2014, Okefenokee Technical College and Altamaha Technical College merged to form what we now proudly call Coastal Pines Technical College. Today we celebrate a decade of growth, innovation, and success. Over the past 10 years, Coastal Pines Technical College has expanded its reach and impact. With 7 campuses across 13 counties, we've become a cornerstone of technical education in Southeast Georgia, empowering the region by ensuring that our graduates have the skills and knowledge needed to enjoy rewarding careers.
Back in the late 2008, the State Board of the Technical College System of Georgia decided that we needed to conduct some administrative mergers across the state in our technical college system. The primary reason was a cost savings to the taxpayers in the state of Georgia. That cost savings was a result of combining administrations, and over time, some of those positions being combined, and as people retired, then there was a big cost savings to the state. Not many programs, if any, instructional programs were removed and discontinued, so we actually were able to, with the cost savings in a lot of instances, add additional programs that we needed, and then have some areas where there were multiple programs that were too close together because the colleges were close, same proximity. Then we might have merged those programs together and resized everything appropriately. So a big cost savings was the result or the primary reason for the mergers.
Once the merger was announced and once we began working on it, one of the first things we had to decide was how to come up with a name for the merged college, as well as the colors, mascot, and anything else, the design, the logo, the seal, all of that. And so after discussing, we felt like it would be a good idea to involve all of the service delivery area, all 13 counties that would be composed or that Coastal Pines would encompass. To help maybe come up with the names, we offered the opportunity for anyone in the public, any employee, to submit a name. We set up a website where they could go to the website, they could submit their suggested name. Coastal Pines Technical College was one of the names that were submitted, and that was actually submitted by numerous individuals. So there was more than one submittal for that name. And once that time period that we established for suggestions to come in ended, then the local board of directors for both colleges, Altamaha and Okefenokee, met and went through all the names. We looked at the top suggestions.
And within 15 minutes of the start of the meeting, we had a unanimous decision that Coastal Pines Technical College would be the name of the new institution. Now, from that point, we had a name, so we need to look for a logo, a mascot, and so forth. And someone proposed the idea of going to H2O in Brunswick to use them as a consultant to assist us with this process. So we went to H2O, we sat down, had numerous meetings, kind of hashed out some thoughts, and they presented some ideas. And over about, I guess, 1 or 2 months, we were able to come up with the logo of the Stingray.
Nobody else in Georgia had a stingray as a mascot, and it is also ties in the coast, as well as there have been some freshwater stingrays. So that's how we came up with with all of that. It was a combined process of public, employees, board of directors, even foundation trustees, all had a role.
Well, some of the accomplishments over the last 10 years for Coastal Pines Technical College, I would have to start and say immediately when we merged and became a new college, we had the challenge of designing and constructing the new campus in Brunswick, Georgia.
That was something entirely new. There'd never been a technical college campus in the Golden Isles area before. So we opened that. The construction had begun through Altamaha Tech prior to the merger, but it was not completed and opened until Coastal Pines was formed. So it was opened as Coastal Pines Technical College.
Not long after, of course, we received the funding for the Camden campus. So we started that process. So 2 new campuses along our 3 coastal counties, I think was a big accomplishment, and it brought in our coastal counties, closer to the fold.
Again, there had never been a technical college campus in that area. And so that was another major accomplishment. Opening a brand new campus in both of these locations was a significant achievement for, I think, Coastal Pines in serving the workforce needs along the coast and in the Golden Isles area.
The other thing that really stands out in my mind is dual enrollment. When we merged, we had a couple of hundred dual enrollment students at that time. When I retired a few years back, I think we had just a little over 2,000 dual enrollment students. So looking at those numbers and the advantages that the local communities, the families, the students had, a free college education while still in high school, no tuition, no fees, no book charges, and providing that to so many students, it was really a big team effort to ramp up. That also increased our enrollment as well. So when you add about 2,000 students to enrollment, that was a big accomplishment for Coastal Pines Technical College. And we enjoyed an enrollment increase just about every year during that time period.
I could go on and on. Apprentices, our apprenticeship program, we're recognized, I think statewide as one of the leaders in an apprenticeship program. We have a naval maintenance apprenticeship program down at Kingsland at our Camden campus that is partnered with Trident Refit Facility at Naval Submarine Base Kings Bay. And in the 10 years that we've been in existence, we've graduated over 400 students, probably closer to 450 students, so a little bit more than that, through that program. We also have a registered apprenticeship program through the Department of Labor, where we provide apprentices for multiple programs and multiple employers throughout our SDA. So those are some of the highlights, and I'll just stop there because we could go on and take up this whole time talking about accomplishments.
Looking out to the future, I still see a lot of growth potential. The college is newer. It's only been around as a combined college for 10 years. A lot of opportunities in our coastal counties. I think nearly all of our campuses could expand. There's just a lot of bright future out there, and dual enrollment, wow. Our college and career academies are taking off. We just opened our second one. So dual enrollment still is kind of a big headliner for what we'll be looking at in the future. And then those students, getting them off to a quick start, maybe even an associate degree on their accelerated career diploma. We really see a lot more opportunities for the students, especially high school students and our traditional students.
I personally believe that the future of the college is just as bright as it has been over the last 10 years. Going forward, one of the biggest things on the near horizon is we've recently been approved for a new allied health building at our Jessup campus that will be built for our RN program, our practical nursing program, nurse aid, and paramedicine. And that will be, hopefully, we'll be starting that late this summer, early fall, the design process for it, and then construction following that. And this will be a state-of-the-art instructional facility for those programs, and it will be modeled like a setting that you would see in the medical field and in hospitals today. And it will be, I think, something to be proud of as a college, but also as a region and as a service delivery area. We continue to do needs assessments in our communities every 2 years to identify the workforce needs in all 13 counties, as well as the SDA as a group. And we will be working to meet those needs and looking at new programs, strengthening existing programs. So I think the future of the college is just as bright as the past is. We're proud of the past, but we're also excited about the future.
When you look at how workforce development is changing throughout the country and throughout the state of Georgia, and even in rural southeast Georgia, I see a lot of things that we can do and that we will be doing in the near future that is really going to help our local business and industry, helping supply the workforce that's needed. I think that's where the biggest part of our future is going, getting skills in the hands of our high school graduates, getting them out into the workforce. That's an every kind of year thing that happens. I've always thought Summertime's a great time to put on new staff because you have thousands of high school kids graduating right here in Southeast Georgia. And what better group if we get them into some dual enrollment and get some skills in their hands, that's going to help our employers. What better way that we can do that than do it quickly and really get that ball rolling.
I do want to say thank you to our entire service delivery areas, especially our local industries, businesses, communities, workforce partners, if you would, for their support of the college. You know, where we are today has been the result of a lot of hard work of a lot of people, not just, you know, our faculty and staff, which of course has been taking the lead, and we have, I think, in my opinion, we have the best faculty and staff of any college in the state. I'd put them up against anybody. But we've also had great support from our local communities, partnering with them for new programs, whether it be timber harvesting, whether it be a commercial fishing program, whether it be line workers, whether it be welding, automotive, nursing, other health-related programs, even everything in the service fields. You know, we have just been blessed with the support of our communities. Our local board of directors, our foundation trustees, you know, work very hard to help us establish those relationships. We're very proud of them, and we are very proud to be a part of Southeast Georgia, and I can think of nowhere else that I'd rather be because of the great relationships that we have in this community. We're all, you know, I think all 13 counties, we kind of tend to think of ourselves as one family, and what's good for one and what helps one helps all. And we just say thank you to all of our communities for what you do and the way you support and help us achieve and improve workforce development in these 13 counties.
Join us in celebrating 10 years of success stories. We can't wait to show you what's next.